Once upon a time, in the heart of India, a storm was brewing, a storm that would change the course of history. The year was 1857, and the whines of discontent whispered through the streets and villages, igniting a spirit of rebellion among the people. This is the tale of the 1857 Revolt, often celebrated as the First War of Indian Independence. The setting, in a land rich with culture and tradition, the socio-political climate was tense. The British had tightened their grip, imposing foreign rule over a nation that had once flourished under its own kings and queens. As the sun set over the fields, the hopes of millions flickered like the dying flames of a campfire. Little did they know, a spark was about to ignite the flames of freedom. The catalyst, our story begins with a young soldier named Mangal Pandey. A brave soul, he was a soldier in the British East India Company's army. One fateful day, the company introduced a new rifle that required cartridges greased with animal fat, an affront to both Hindu and Muslim soldiers. The outrage was palpable, and as Mangal Pandey stood up against this injustice, he became the embodiment of the growing unrest. His defiance was the spark that lit the powder keg of rebellion. The call to arms, as news of Mangal's actions spread like wildfire, whispers of revolt filled the air. In villages and towns, the people gathered, sharing tales of their grievances and dreams of a free India. The Chapati movement emerged as a clever and covert means of communication among the revolutionaries, with chapatis being sent from village to village carrying news and rallying cries for unity. It was grassroots mobilization at its finest, showcasing the creativity and determination of the Indian spirit. The rising tide, on the eve of the revolt, a sense of hope and purpose surged through the hearts of many. Yet, the journey was fraught with challenges. The lack of cohesive leadership and strategic planning began to unravel their efforts. Despite the bravery displayed, the focus on capturing Delhi without securing other territories proved to be a costly mistake. The once unified front began to fracture as local rulers hesitated, caught between their self-interests and the call for independence. The British response, meanwhile, the British, ever shrewd, employed their divide-and-rule tactics. They sowed seeds of discord among the rebels, deepening religious divisions that had previously been a source of strength. The unity that had once ignited the movement began to wane, and the dream of independence started to dim. Reflections and hypotheticals. As the dust settled on the battlefield, historians and storytellers began to ponder the what-ifs. What if the princely states had united under a common cause? What if the revolutionaries had access to modern communication technologies? Could they have maintained control over the territories they captured, amplifying their chances of success? The echoes of these questions resonate through time, inviting us to reflect on the power of unity and strategy in the face of adversity. The legacy, though the revolt was ultimately quelled, its impact was profound. The seeds of nationalism were sown, and the spirit of resistance blossomed in the hearts of future generations. The 1857 revolt became a symbol of courage and a reminder of the struggle for independence that would continue for decades to come. As we look back on this chapter of history, we remember the bravery of individuals like Mangal Pandey and the collective yearning for freedom that united a diverse nation. The story of the 1857 revolt serves not only as a historical account, but also as a powerful narrative that inspires us to recognize our shared heritage and the enduring quest for justice and liberty. And so, the story continues, echoing through the ages, reminding us that the fight for independence was not just a moment in time, but a journey that shaped the identity of a nation.